Joe Biden's first town hall as president, skipping any questions about recent controversies facing the White House and Democrats. Watch.
In the impeachment trial, you said you were anxious to see if Republican senators would stand up. Only 7 did. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi called the rest cowards. Do you agree with her? McConnell said that the former president is, quote, still liable for everything he did while he was in office. If your Department of Justice wanted to investigate him, would you allow them to proceed? You'd never been in the residence of the White House? Is it different than you expected it to be?
Oh, and Anderson goes on and on. Here to react, the senior editor of Reason, Bobby Soave. Bobby, thanks so much for being here. So whether it's Andrew Cuomo and the nursing homes in New York, or T.J. Duckley, the press secretary of the White House, or even the Keystone XL pipeline, jobs that are lost, no questions about that, but we got to ask about the residents.
Yeah, it's incredible. When Donald Trump was president, the mainstream media never shied from asking tough questions, nor should it. I think the role of the press is to be adversarial to the government, to the administration. But now that the administration has changed hands, it's like, do they see themselves as on the same side? Because you don't get any tough questions whatsoever for the most part, even though there are a lot of things that people want answers to. People want to know what's going on with Governor Cuomo. I would actually have liked to hear President Biden's thoughts on that. Instead, we're getting things like what Mario Kart character he picked. That was a headline in some outlets this week.
Well, Robbie, do you think when Anderson Cooper goes back to his newsroom, he faces criticism for not asking those questions, or affirmation for easy questions? I mean, is there an environment that actually incentivizes journalists to do their job?
Yeah, well, the CNN example is interesting because internally, I have no idea how they would handle that, given that Cuomo's brother is part of the network. So they are so hopelessly kind of compromised on that issue. But it's clear that if the audience could push them, right, to ask tougher questions. Maybe the audience just wants to focus on the positive aspects of Biden, or really just more on Trump and how Republicans haven't done enough. It's like Trump is still president in some ways for the mainstream media, and that's what the viewers want to hear more about. Even though we're still in the midst of a pandemic, there's still much to criticize the government for getting wrong about this. It's on Biden now. Schools aren't reopened, even though he said we would do this in the first 100 days, and I think that puts us to the end of the school year. There'll be virtually no school left, and I'm skeptical that they'll even open in the fall, given how little the administration is pushing teachers' unions.
Yep.
But you know, that's the kind of thing we need to see more tough questioning on if we're ever going to get it done.
Look at you, Robbie, actually talking about issues and whether or not politicians who get elected deliver on the things they said they would, or instead give us word salad about the majority of schools 1 day a week versus I'm going to open your schools and take on teachers' unions. No one's holding their breath, but we appreciate it. Robbie Soave, thank you so much for being here.